Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to boost your channel using Google's in-feed video ads. I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and in my channel, I'll show you how to use AI tools, text-to-speech, free digital marketing tools, and techniques. So if that sounds like it's interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Now, let's begin. All right, so the very first thing I want to let you know is I had to test these techniques out thoroughly because there's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of hype, and I don't want to contribute to that. So obviously, you're going to see I spent my own money around, I like to say maybe $150 or maybe $200 to test these techniques out. And I'm going to show you the results. Now, before we begin, I want to be clear as to what are the benefits of this method and when should you use it. So this should be used only after you have enough data and enough traffic. So I wouldn't recommend doing this as a complete new channel with very little information. I would at least figure out what your popular videos are, and then from there you have enough data, you can take that video and boost it later on. But if you're too new, you don't have enough information. So that's the first thing. The second thing is if you don't know what you're doing, you could burn your money very, very quickly. So that's why I recommend you use these techniques after you get monetized with your channel or after you're bringing in some kind of revenue stream. That way you can maybe chuck in $50 here, $20 there, and play around with it, because there is quite a learning curve. Even if I'm showing you step by step, you're still going to have to do some testing on your side. All right, so the benefits of this method is, number one, you can grow your watch time, your subscriber base, and your views, while getting brand exposure on other people's channel. And occasionally, depending on what you're focusing on, you can maybe even get sales. And the best part about this is you don't have to worry about getting demonetized by Google, because you're advertising your own channel using Google's own AdSense, their own platform, so you're legit. Okay, so long as you follow the terms of service. If it's within the terms of service and you're just advertising your site, your channel, then you don't have to worry about getting demonetized. As if you were to use another third-party software, you don't know where their traffic's coming from. You don't know if it's legit, if it's targeted. Maybe it's from a bot. You don't really know. But with Google AdSense, you don't have to worry about that. Now, the downside to that is it's complicated. So I'm just going to show you a slice of the pie, the slice that I use, which is just in-feed video ads. And what I did, basically, I boost my videos. I go to my videos in my YouTube studio. Let me check this out. I go to my analytics, and then from here, what I'll do is I'll go to content, see more. Okay, and then from here, I'll scroll down. Let me go to traffic source. I'll scroll down into more metrics, and then from here, I go into subscribers. Okay, and then from here, I scroll down and I look at what are the ones that are most engaging. Oops, not this one. Content. All right, so let me go a second there. Okay, so I filter for subscribers, and then I go down and I see which one has the most subscribers. Look at using the percentage, right? So this one's right here, and this one has the most views, and it has a pretty high average view duration. And this is for the last 28 days. I want something relatively current. So from here, I'll download this video. I have to re-edit it. I have to maybe add a few seconds here and there. I can't just download it and re-upload it, because then it will be flagged for copyright infringement, even though it's my own video. So you have to, once you download and you filtered for subscribers and views, this is what this is your most successful video. You go ahead and download it, edit it, and then re-upload it. And then the other thing you need to do is you have to put it as unlisted. Now, the reason why you go through all that trouble is because you don't want to use this directly this video directly and put the ad on this video directly, because it will ruin your stats. The traffic, obviously the quality of traffic that you get from someone searching on YouTube for your video and clicking on it, and then the traffic that you get from an advertisement is not the same. So your stats will drop if you do that. That's why I'm telling you to download it, edit it, re-upload it, and have it unlisted. And then this is what it should look like once you're done with that step. So I'm going to go to content, and then I will scroll down to visibility. Visibility, unlisted. All right, and this is what it looked like right here. All right, unlisted. So I have this unlisted video, and now I can go ahead and attach this to my in-feed video, which I'm about to create. And this is what I've already done this before. This is the first time I tried it, and then I tried it again the second time with some modifications. Then this is the third one. So now I'm going back to this one. This is more successful, right? So I'm teaching you and sharing exactly what I learned. So now that you have your most successful video re-uploaded, modified, and unlisted, all right, then you go on to the Google Ads, and you go into create a new campaign. Okay, from here, you want to go ahead and create a campaign without goal guidance, and then video. From video, you want to do a custom video campaign. All right, and then continue. All right, so from here, you go ahead and you can name the campaign whatever you want to. For me, I'm doing version 3.5, and I'm going to be using, let me see. All right, so this helps me. This is for me to understand what I'm doing. You can name whatever you want to. All right, and then from here, you got the minimum bidding strategy. You can go ahead and skip that. Budget and dates. My prices, since I'm living in Vietnam right now, my prices are in Vietnamese dollars, Vietnamese dong. So you can go ahead and calculate it. I would start off with maybe, let's see, this is campaign total daily. I would start off with maybe $2 a day. Keep it low, all right? Because you're gathering information, and you don't want to burn your money and get demotivated. So I started off with $2 or $3 a day. You can put whatever you like. All right, so this is roughly $3 a day. I leave the start and end date as is. Networks, I leave as is. And then locations. Locations, I pick specifically the top 5: Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and United States. These are the ones I target, because these are the type of videos I want to, these are the type of visitors I want to subscribe to my channel, because they bring in the highest Google AdSense revenue. All right, that's my logic behind it. That's why I target these. And besides, most of my, almost all of my content is in English, so thus these are the selection of choices that I pick. Okay, so let's move on. Select the languages your customers speak. I put English. Okay, and then let's see. Content exclusion, define where your ads can show. All right, so I put expanded inventory. You can do recommended, but I'm pretty open with expanded inventory. Next is let's see, exclude types. So this one I leave as is. Then I go down to additional settings. All right, devices. This is important. I select specific target devices. I select everything: computers, mobile phones, tablets, but I take out the TV. Okay, so All operating systems, all networks. Now frequency capping. Let's see. I normally do it at maybe three per day. So what that means is it limits the number of times your ads in your campaign can be shown to the same person. So that means within a day, the same person can view my ad 3 times. All right. All day, third-party measurement, none. I'm going to do version 3. You can name it whatever you like. Demographics. You can change this if you like. For my demographics, I typically leave it as is. You can go ahead and change that later on if you like. And then, oh yeah, this is the important part. Audience segments. Now, I highly recommend what you do, and this is very important, so I'm gonna have to repeat this a few times. What you do right here is you go ahead, you don't select these things and the preset ones. You go ahead and you gather, I'd say 30 channels, YouTube channels that are very similar to your niche and that have like 50% very similar to your subscriber rating or level. So for example, if I'm 0, if I just started my channel, I'm gonna get maybe 15 YouTube channels that have very similar niche as mine, and I have anywhere between 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers, right? And then the rest could range. The other 15 could range in subscribers, but it has to be very similar to your niche. Okay, and then from there you go ahead and enter that in. So for example, let me go to browse. Hold on. Let me go to okay, so from here you go into the content and it goes into placement. All right, you click here, and in placement, this is where you enter the channels that I told you about earlier, the 30 channels that are very similar to where you want to be. Remember, you shouldn't follow channels that are like way above your league, like 5 million subscribers, because what works for them may not work for you. But I highly recommend, within a few thousand subs of where you are at is perfect. All right, and then from there, when you get the information back, you can adjust your placement when you get more information, if that makes any sense. All right, so in the beginning, it's going to be 30, and then as you get more information, you'll find like maybe 5 or 10 are just really amazing. That you keep those 5 or 10, and you add another, 15 or 20, and then you keep filtering out the best and the best and the best, and do it like that. All right, so I'm going to add in mine real quick, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I added all of mine in here, but let me show you real quick how you can go ahead and see what channels. You can use this tool right here to go ahead and see what channels are very similar to your niche. So you can simply just click on, let's say I'm going AI tools, right? Then you go into YouTube channel 1K plus, and it has a whole bunch of channels for here that you can go ahead and check out and see if it's right for you. Plus they have the number of videos they have and the subscriber count. Ooh, let me just add this one in. And that's how I go ahead and use their own tool to help me discover. Let me add this one here. It helps me discover like what channels are very similar to mine. So that's how I filled this out right here. Okay, and then from after this, the data will help me, will help show me which one is the best. Now I filled everything out. Now you should keep this list of your closest model channel, the channels that you look up to, that you want to be, that have the same niche as you, have more subscribers than you. All right, that's what you want to keep, because not only can you use it for your Google Ads, but you can also use it to get to get some ideas. And all these techniques I cover in my YouTube course. It's a small channel mastery course, so it helps you to grow your channel. It shows you how to grow your channel using AI tools, and it shows you how to build a workflow so you can grow your channels easily. And it'll also manage your expectations and give you realistic expectation as to what you can expect and when and how much. All right, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link down below. Now, once you're done with that, you go ahead and set your bid limit. I put mine to around, I think like 40 cents, okay? And then from there, you can set it to whatever you want. You just simply select the video that you had picked earlier. So if you go back, I'm going to go use this unlisted video here. I just simply get the shareable link. Remember, don't use the other one. Make sure that it's unlisted, because you're going to have duplicate copies of each one. Remember that. So I'm speaking from experience. Make sure it's the unlisted one. Okay. And from here, just enter that in. And there you go. Select a video. I put in feed video ads. All right, and this is what it's going to look like. And this on the right hand side, it'll give you all the data, high level overview. So on the top, you get around 570 million impressions, your estimated performance. And I find this to be pretty accurate, but it's towards the lower end of the scale. So you get anywhere between 270 on the lower end to 910 views with your budget and your daily spending limit. And then average cost will be about, let me see, what is this? For me, it's about $100. And budget spend is, basically going to spend everything within your budget. All right. So impressions, these are the impressions. The main thing you want to look for is the views. Okay. So don't be looking at this higher end. Look more towards this lower end. All right. So you can manage your expectations realistically. This is what it'll look like in a mobile view. And then the headlines. So I basically just copied the same headlines that I got from my video, and the reason why is because it works. All right. So let me just go ahead and copy this, add the headline in, description. I have to cut this a bit short because I can't put the full description. All right, so put that in here. Oh, it's a bit too long. All right. Okay, so I shorten it a bit. And then maybe add a bit of caps. And then add the second part in here if I can. All right. That's the thing you have to keep in mind. You can't put the full description. It has to be a very shortened version. And then ad name, I'm just going to put V3. Okay. And then you create your campaign. All right, so now they give you a kind of summary so you can review everything. If you put it in, it'll start today, but this is a bit off because really it's submitting it today. It'll take maybe the first time you put this through, it might even take 2 days, right? Because they have to kind of check to make sure your ad is compliant with the terms of service. But once you put a few in, it'll go down to maybe a day, sometimes even half a day. All right. and everything looks good. Okay, so continue to campaign. And then from here, once it starts kicking in, you'll start seeing these stats populate. All right, and what you'll tend to notice is you, in the very beginning, you'll get a lot of traffic. You'll get lower. Let me show you what to expect here. All right, so this is one of them. Let me show you the analytics. Engagement. All right, you're gonna get a hit. Let me show you the other one. Doesn't have it here. All right, so this is the other unlisted one I use. Has better analytics. Okay, so you're gonna check out the engagement, and the average view duration is really short, right? It's only 35 seconds. Why? Because it's almost like untargeted traffic. So your engagement is gonna take a hit. It's gonna be much lower. The watch time is gonna be much lower, but your audience is gonna be a lot different, right? And what you will notice is you'll get a lot of views. You'll get lower engagement, but you'll get a few subscribers depending on how well your video is and how well your text is, and if you pick the right channels. So I want that to be very clear. Don't be upset if your engagement is down. That's just the way it is, and that's why you have it unlisted, because you don't want to lower the stats of your top performing video with ad traffic. That's why you do this. All right, so I hope everything's clear. If you have any questions, you can just leave it down in the comment section below. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, could you please hit that like button? Vince from Digital Nomad Institute. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.